From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, April 7th, 2016. Silver is trading at $15.20 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,236 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $423. Antiwar.com reports Iraqi Prime Minister Haider Abadi's proposed technocrat cabinet is looking shakier by the day as another high-profile figure, nominee Finance Minister Ali Alawi, has withdrawn himself from candidacy, citing political intervention and partisan bickering. Alawi, who had previously served as Finance Minister for the Jafari government, is the second nominee to withdraw himself after Oil Minister Nizir Salim Numan similarly withdrew on Friday, citing complaints from the Kurdish parties. Political analysts have suggested that no more than half of Abadi's 16-seat cabinet was likely to pass parliamentary votes, but in the first week he's already lost two candidates without any votes at all. The cabinet was meant to meet an ultimatum last week by Parliament. The deadline was met, but since then many parties have complained Abadi did not ask them for specifics on the nominees. Abadi, for his part, insists he has been requesting input for months. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports multiple wildfires raging across Kansas and Oklahoma converged to form one large blaze on Wednesday, forcing the evacuation of hundreds as the flame destroys tens of thousands of acres, according to fire officials. Several fires have been burning in both states this week. Four converged to form what authorities are now calling the 350 Complex Fire, which has charred more than 55,000 acres so far. The massive blaze was sparked by power lines that were whipped around by strong gusts of wind on Tuesday. Those same winds subsequently fanned the flames and prompted the evacuation of hundreds in the fire's path. More than 100 firefighters are battling flames in both states. Multiple homes have been destroyed, according to officials, but there have been no reports of death or injury despite a few close calls. Kansas Governor Sam Brownback issued a disaster declaration for parts of his state. In Oklahoma, up to 300 residents in Freedom, located about 170 miles north of Oklahoma City, were encouraged to evacuate earlier on Wednesday as flames approached their homes. The National Weather Service in Kansas and Oklahoma said gusty winds, low humidity, and generally dry conditions increased the chances that the fires would spread. A red flag warning indicating conditions conducive to wildfires is in effect for much of Oklahoma. The 350 Complex Fire was 0% contained as of mid-afternoon on Wednesday. When her plush and comfy life suddenly and unexpectedly fell apart, Brooke and her dog Cloud set out to defy the odds. If this is a man's world, as they say, living on the streets is no place for a young woman. One day she awoke in the redwood forest and realized she had become a hobo, and would ultimately come to know exactly what it means to survive. How to Be a Hobo by Brooke Willett is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. Reuters reports the University of California, Berkeley released new records that revealed 12 staff members violated the school's sexual misconduct policy over the past 5 years, bringing the number of employees involved in such cases over the time period to 19. The fresh revelations come as the university still reels from harassment claims that surfaced in recent weeks against the dean of the law school and an assistant basketball coach, as well as an earlier claim against a high-profile astronomy professor. University spokesman Dan Mogaloof said on Wednesday, "We have been quite explicit in our acknowledgement that we must do a better job and we must improve our policies, practices, and cultures." The spokesman said the school had taken steps to address the problems, including providing more resources to the offices that investigate claims of sexual misconduct. The newly reported cases, which date back to January 2011, were obtained on Tuesday by local media outlets, including the Bay Area News Group, under Freedom of Information Act request. The new documents revealed sexual misconduct at the university involving 12 staff members, 2 of whom were faculty. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.